Hello. Today we are starting out with family drama. Well, not my family. Well, actually, yes, technically it is my family drama. Anyways, let's just read Matthew chapter 12, verse 46. While Jesus was still talking to the crowd, his mother and brothers stood outside wanting to speak to him. Someone told him, "Your mother and brothers are standing outside wanting to speak to you." He replied to them, "Who is my mother, and who are my brothers?" Pointing to his disciples, he said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." This is funny because I bet it's every Catholic's least favorite passage. Mary gets no special privileges, at least not at this time. Also, to get more off topic, there was something funny. So Kevin Smith's movie called Dogma deals with the topic of, well, dogma. I would not recommend it for biblical study purposes. It has a couple truthful lines, but most of it is not very accurate. Anyways, the part I found funny was where it's talked about how Jesus had brothers.
But to believe a married couple never got down, well, that's just plain gullibility.
Which made me realize that Kevin Smith only researched Catholic dogma. And it's like, yeah, we know that Jesus had brothers. The eternal virginity of Mary was just a Catholic myth. Okay, I'm done making fun of Catholics for this episode. So Mary and Jesus' brothers must have been upset. It is theorized that since Jesus made a statement like this, that his brothers didn't support his ministry. It's possible. As far as I know, James is the only brother of Jesus that believes in him after the resurrection. But that is really not the point. The point is that we have permission to be in the family of God. It's a bit more of a blessing than it might seem. This metaphorical family is the only sacred family that exists. We will read eventually a passage where Jesus said that he has come to divide people and split families. That sounds very drastic, but all that he means is that he wants us to join this sacred family, which may or may not split families. Luckily, I feel that it often doesn't. My family hasn't split, but many families don't last. But Jesus' family is eternal, and we also need to treat fellow Christians as though they were in our family. And that's all that means, so let's move on to Luke chapter 11, verse 33. No one lights a lamp and puts it in a place where it will be hidden or under a bowl. Instead, he puts it on its stand, so that those who come in may see the light. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eyes are good, your whole body also is full of light. But when they are bad, your body also is full of darkness. See to it then, that the light within you is not darkness. Therefore, if your whole body is full of light, and no part of it dark, it will be completely lighted, as when the light of a lamp shines on you. This is a metaphor for both us and Jesus. Jesus was already the light, just by existing. He is the good news of the world. It's up to us to accept that light in order to become the light as well. Many people did not, and do not, and will not accept Jesus as something good. So they are dark people. But those who believe in Jesus shine their light on others. Now, of course, I can't keep giving the metaphor without explaining it. And to be fair, it's not necessarily simply put, but essentially I think that the light we are to share is joy, technically, because the end goal of the Christian life is joy. Now, that's not completely how it looks, because it's a life of sacrifice and self-discipline, but the end goal is always joy. And that's why we need to quote-unquote shine, so that people will be able to receive this joy. That's what Jesus did, and that's what we're supposed to do. There's examples of peoples and families in darkness everywhere. There's people that live in drugs and alcohol, and they wonder why they're living in darkness. And it's sad because sometimes it doesn't matter if you have darkness in your heart, because maybe someone you live with does, and then you get secondhand darkness. That's why we need to shine. People need to look at you and say, "What's different about him or her?" Well, this episode's a little short, but I think it has a great message. Let's end with this song.